Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today our topic is metallurgy. So what do you mean by metallurgy? See, extraction of the metal from naturally occurring compounds is called as metallurgy. Means here in this metallurgy we can extract the metal from naturally occurring sources are called metallurgy. Okay, from where we can abstract or extract the metal? See, we can extract the metal by minerals. Okay, what is mineral? These naturally occurring compounds or substances of the metal present in the earth crust. Okay, present in the earth crust are called as mineral. So from the mineral, by using some methods we can extract the metal. Okay, that process is called as metallurgy. The total chapter metallurgy involves only the extraction of the metal by using different methods from the mineral. Okay, is it clear? Then now here one more terminology is there. First coming to this one, ore. So what is ore? So ore is nothing but mineral only, but the mineral which is used to obtain the metal economically and easily, that mineral is called as ore. Okay, from the ore only we can extract the metal. So remember one thing, that we can extract the metal from the mineral, and the mineral which is used to extract economically and easily, that is called as ore. Okay, remember one thing, all ores are minerals but all minerals are not ores. Okay, here one more terminology is there to remember. First, that is gangue or matrix. So what do you mean by gangue or matrix? Okay, here from the ore we can extract the metal, right? Here if the ore contains large amount of impure metal along with the rocky and sand substances or sand materials, that ore is called as gangue. Okay, so is it clear for everyone? First coming to the metallurgy. So definition of metallurgy, then second one is the mineral, third one is the ore, and fourth one is the gangue. So is it clear everybody? Once again I'm repeating, see here. So metallurgy means extraction of metal, simply. Okay, from where we are extracting this metal? From mineral. Okay, the naturally occurring chemical substances on the earth crust is nothing but mineral. Okay, from the mineral we can extract the metal, and the mineral which is used to extract the metal. Okay, the mineral which is used to extract the metal economically and easily, that material is called as ore. Okay, and third for last one is the gangue, the ore which contains large amount of sand or rock material, that ore is called as gangue. Okay, here the metallurgy involves mineral, ore. From the ore we can extract the metal, and the whole process is called as metallurgy. Okay, okay, let us see some examples of the ore belongs to metal. Okay, and composition also. First one, aluminium. Here the ore is bauxite and the chemical composition is Al2O3 2H2. These are very important for the competitive exams. Okay, remember the formula and name and the metal that belongs to which metal. Okay, next second one is the kaolinite. Formula is Al2O3 dot 2 SiO2 dot 2H2O. Next, coming to the zinc. Okay, zinc ores are three. First one is the zinc blend, that is ZnS, zincate, ZnO, and third one is the calamine, zinc ZnCO3. Okay. Next, third one is the iron. The iron ores are hematite, Fe2O3, siderite, FeCO3, and iron pyrites, or it is also called as fool's gold, that is FeS2 formula. Next, copper. The copper ores are mainly three, that is copper pyrites, the formula is CuFeS2, and cuprite, the formula is Cu2O. Third one is the copper glans, the formula is Cu2S. So remember all the O's along with the chemical composition and which belongs to which metal. Okay, that's a must and should, you need to remember this one. Next, moving to our main topic, that is extraction of the metal from the ore. It mainly takes 5 steps. First one is the crushing of ore. So it's a very simple process. By using the machines we can crush the ore into small pieces. That is called as crushing of ore. Second one is the concentration of the ore. The concentration of the ore can be done by using 4 different methods. First one is the gravity separation, or it is also called as hydraulic separation, or it is also called as levitation. Next, second one is the magnetic separation. Third one is the froth flotation, and fourth one is the leaching. Okay, one by one we can discuss later on. Okay, next, third one is the conversion of the our ore into its metal oxides. So this involves mainly two methods, that is roasting or calcination. By using these two metals we can convert the ore into its metal oxides. Next, fourth one is the reduction of metal oxide by reducing agent. Third, last one is the purification method. Let us start our metal extraction from second step, concentration of the ore. Here crushing of ore is a simple process. By using the machinery we can crush the ore into very small pieces. Let's begin to concentration of the ore. Okay. Coming to the second method, that is concentration of ore. So what is concentration of ore? Which in this process what we are doing here, in concentration of the ore, just we are removing or we are separating. Okay, we are removing impurities. Okay, we are removing impurities from ore. Okay, it can be done by using 4 different methods. So concentration of ore is nothing but we can removing the impurities from the ore. Okay, coming to the first one here. First one is the hydraulic separation or gravity separation. It is also called as levitation. See, hydraulic means what? Here we are using the water. Okay, hydraulic means water. So by using the water we can separate the impurities. How? See, the water is mixed with our crushed ore. Okay, the water is mixed with the crushed ore. So this can be passed through a machine like this. So the apparatus which is used for the levitation is like this. Okay, and here we can pour the mixture here, water along with the crushed ore. Okay, and from the top at the top of this machine we can pour our mixture like this. We can pour the mixture like this. If we pour the mixture like this, here at the points the ore remains like this. Okay, so in order to do the hydraulic or gravity separation, the ore must have the gravity differences, that is density differences. The ore should contain density differences like ore and impurity. Both should contain differ in their densities. Then only we can use this hydraulic or gravity separation. Okay, see, if we pour the mixture water and crushed ore like this from the top, here at the points the heavy metal, that is high density ore, we can give collected like this, and here the water along with the impurity. Okay, water along with the impurity will washed like this. Okay, it will be very light density. The impurity has the less density, so that easily can washed out with the water. So for that only we can use the hydraulic separation. We'll get the ore here. Okay, once again I am repeating, concentration of ore, it is also called as hydraulic or gravity separation or levitation. First, in order to do the gravity separation or hydraulic separation or levitation, the ore and the impurity particle must have the density difference. Then only we can do this experiment. The apparatus which is used for the hydraulic separation is looking like this. Here our crushed ore is mixed with the water, and here it is poured along at the top of the apparatus, and here at the point of the blade. Okay, steps like or blade like structures are there, no? So at the points here the heavy density ore can be collected, and lighter particles or impurity which is collected are washed out with the water. Okay, we get the ore. And this in this second method is, okay, coming to the second one, here the magnetic separation. Anyone that is ore or that may be impurity should have the different magnetic properties, like one is magnetic and another is non-magnetic. Here our mixture, here the magnetic separation is done on certain apparatus. That apparatus is looking like this. Okay, here the belt is there. Okay, one belt is present, and here at the sides the two wheels are there. Okay, So on the top of the belt, rotating belt is there, and the one wheel is rotating like this, another wheel is rotating like this. Okay, here the rotating belt is there. So at the top of the rotating belt, our ore is poured out. Okay, if our ore is poured out, here one condition is there, that should be ore should be magnetic and impurity is non-magnetic. Okay, ore magnetic and impurity non-magnetic. Remember this point. Okay, so if you pour our ore mixture on the rotating belt, this is our rotating belt. So at the top of the rotating belt, if we pour our mixture, here the wheels can rotate like this, and here the the wheel should be magnetic. Okay, the rotating wheels should be magnetic. So here if the ore containing our magnetic properties, so that magnet can attach to this magnetic wheel, right? And here we can collect, and here the wheel is rotating like this, no? So if we rotate like this, the magnetic properties containing ore will be collected here, and the non-magnetic material, so which is non-stick to the magnetic wheel, and here the impurity, non-magnetic material means here the impurity will collected another side. Okay, once again I am repeating here. So in order to do the magnetic separation, the one of the ore or impurity should have the magnetic property and other with non-magnetic property. Here the ore is, if for example, if the ore is magnetic and impurity is non-magnetic, here the apparatus which is used for the magnetic separation is containing rotating belt. Okay, and having two wheels, it can rotate the wheels like this. Okay, rotating belt, and if you pour our mixture at the top of the rotating belt, here the wheel should be magnetic. Okay, and here the magnetic containing ore can attach to the wheel, and it can okay, it can be rotating like this. At the end we can collect the magnetic material, that is ore, and at another hand, if it is impurity is non-magnetic, it does not attach to the wheel. Okay, it can be served through outside. Okay, that will be collected at the another side, and that is called as impurity. Okay, in these two processes we are removing the impurities from the ore, so that's why this method is called as concentration of the ore. Okay, next coming to the froth flotation, the apparatus is looks like this. Okay, so in order to do the froth flotation, the condition should be, one should be hydrophilic and other is hydrophobic. Okay, here hydrophilic means water loving. Okay, philic means loving, phobic means hating, water hating. Okay, and here one of the ore or impurity should be hydrophilic and another should be hydrophobic. Here the ore is hydrophobic and impurity is hydrophilic in this method. Okay, and the ore which is containing especially sulfide ore. Okay, the sulfide ore, for the purification or for the concentration of the sulfide ore, we are using the froth flotation. Here the apparatus is like this. Here we are using one pedal. Okay, this is pedal. So one pedal is like this, and here rotating pedal is there, and where you doing the continuous agitation or stirring of this pedal, and here the ore is mixed with the oil. Okay, here the ore is mixed with the oil, and we are doing the continuous agitation or stirring of the pedal, so that here the impurity can be collected at the bottom of the vessel, and here the froth is at the top of the beaker. Okay, here the froth contains oily substances, that is nothing but ore. Okay, because here ore is the our water hating hydrophobic substances. Okay, here it will come with the oil at the top of the container and along with the froth. This froth contains ore particles, and at the bottom of the vessel will collect the impurity, because impurity is the water loving, right? So it will remains in the water. Okay, once again I am telling, here we are using one pedal, and here the air is drawn into the pedal, and the here at the bottom we are having the pulp of ore along with the oil. It is mixed with the oil, and we are doing the continuous shaking or agitation, so that the pedal can give the froth. So this is called as froth, right? So this froth contains which one? Oil substances, that is nothing but ore, because here ore is hydrophobic and impurity is hydrophilic, right? The hydrophilic is there, no? So the impurity is presented collected at the bottom of the vessel, and the ore which is having the sulfide, especially the sulfide ores can separated concentrated by using froth flotation method. And here we are adding two more substances, that is first one is the froth stabilizers, froth collectors, and second one is the stabilizers. Okay, the froth collectors may be pine oil or fatty acids, and for froth stabilizers we are adding is here cresol or aniline. Okay, here along with the air we are adding the froth collectors as well as froth stabilizers. Okay, these froth collectors will enhance the non-vitality of the mineral particles. Okay, metal particles, sorry. Here the froth collectors can enhance the non-vitality of the metal particles, and the froth collectors should be pine oil or fatty acids we are adding. And here the stabilizers we are using cresol or aniline. Okay, along with the air only we can pump into the this pedal. Okay, so this is the very important for the examination separately. Okay, here fourth one is the leaching or chemical method. It's a very simple method. Here in order to do the leaching or chemical method, so one of the ore or impurity, okay, one of our ore or impurity can soluble in water, soluble in solvent, sorry. So we are taking one solvent. Okay, in solvent one should be soluble. Here our ore is soluble and impurity is insoluble in solvent. Okay, so and here if the soluble is ore is there, and we can do the filtration with the help of filter paper. Okay, after adding to the solvent, our ore is adding to the solvent. Here our metal particles, our ore is soluble in solvent and impurity is insoluble. Then we can do the filtration process by using the filter paper. Okay, at the top of the filter paper we can collect PPT as impurity. Okay, and at the bottom we'll collect our ore. So this is the leaching or chemical method. Very easy and important method. Here in order to do the leaching our one of the impurity or ore can soluble in solvent or one is insoluble. Here we are taking one solvent, and here our ore is soluble and impurity is insoluble. After that we can do the filtration with the help of filter paper, and here the PPT is collected at the top of the filter paper and ore is collected at the bottom. Okay, I hope you understand the video. Now I am stopping this video. Okay, here we are completing two steps, right? Third and fourth steps we'll see in the next video. Okay, so first coming to the first one, here the crushing of the metal takes place, and the second one is the concentration of ore is also done. The concentration of the ore can be done by using four different methods. First one is the hydraulic separation or hydraulic separation or gravity separation, and it is also called as levitation. So in order to do that hydraulic or gravity separation, the ore and impurity must have the density differences, then only we can do that one. Okay, and second one is a magnetic separation, and here the one of the ore is magnetic and another one is the impurity is a non-magnetic, then only we can do that one. Okay, third one is the froth flotation. It's a very important one. The sulfide ore can be concentrated by using the froth flotation only. Here one pedal is taken, and here our pulp of ore is mixing with the oil, and with the help of pedal we are agitating or stirring or shaking the mixture. Okay, with the help of air. Okay, and along with the air we are pumping froth collectors and stabilizers. Okay, what are the froth collectors we are using here? Pine oil and fatty acids, and the stabilizers are the cresol and aniline. Okay, in order to do the froth flotation, so the ore or impurity must be hydrophilic or hydrophobic. Okay, here our impurity is hydrophilic and our ore is hydrophobic, and with the froth we are collecting the metal. Okay, and next one is in the water we can collect the impurity. Next, fourth one is a leaching or chemical method. Here we are taking one solvent. Okay, in solvent we are adding our ore. So one of the ore is soluble and impurity is insoluble. Okay, after that we can do the filtration with the help of filter paper. So at the top of the filter paper we can collect the PPT as impurity, and ore is collected in the bottom. Okay, for these two steps are finished, and the third step, that is metal into our ore into metal oxide, then reduction, then purification, we'll see in the next video. Thank you. If you like my video, please do subscribe, share, and give your valuable comments in the comment section. Thank you. Thanks for watching.